With honor, I introduce you a very special friend and colleague of mine, Miss Tamara Bowman.
How many of you guys would love to absolutely have the most amazing sex life? How many of you would actually like to have that with a partner? Okay, you're in the right place. All right, how many of you know that masturbation alone with someone is still great? It's all good. Awesome. Okay, turn to the person sitting next to you, give them a high five and say, masturbation is awesome. Right, masturbation is awesome. How many of you guys know that the most important person to fall in love with is who? Yourself. How can you know or share your body with someone else if you don't know about your body? You don't know what you look like, you don't know what you feel like, you don't know what you taste like. How many of you guys grew up in a household where God created everything but the genitals? Yeah, oh no, we don't talk about the genitals. No, we don't like look down there, we don't touch down there. That's right. Okay, but I'm going to tell you that God created our genitals in the perfect place it's supposed to be.
Amen.
If you'll notice my anatomy, amen. Where are my hands? Perfect access. Right? Okay? Now, if my hands were like up here, right? I mean, how do you think a seal masturbates? Right? No. And you can have your genitals on your back, right? That'd be kind of, no, they're very conveniently located. Right? So, absolutely, it is so wonderful to know yourself. So, before we get started, I just really want to acknowledge you guys. I want to thank you so much for showing up here because it says a lot about, you just really considering that your sex life is very meaningful for you. Okay? So, and you're here to learn a little bit more about that. And I'd also like to thank Mr. Carlos Sandoval. Can you guys give him a big round of applause? I love him. Carlos and I go way, way back, and he remembered me, brought me back here. So, yeah, so I feel very honored, very blessed. Okay, since we're going to spend just a few minutes together, is it okay if I tell you a little bit about me? Yeah. Right? You guys want to know a little bit something about me? Okay? I teach human sexuality at Orange Coast College. I've taught there for the last 6 years. I'm also a sex therapist. I've worked with thousands and thousands and thousands of clients. Absolutely. Talking to them about their sex life, talking to them about their relationships. And one of the best compliments that I get after a semester is, Tamara, thank you so much for being the mom we wish we'd always had. Because you give it to us straight. You talk to us about, the facts, you talk to us about the myths, and, we know so much more about our bodies, and we're so much more freed up to share it with a partner. Okay, so that is such an honor for me to be able to come out and to talk about sex. I was married for, I bet you're all wondering about that, right? Well, is she married? Is she single? Does she have kids? Right? Okay, so I was married for 10 years, loved being married. My ex-husband now, he decided to go on the internet and get reacquainted with his old high school prom queen. So bless his heart. God love him. At the time, he said, Tamara, he goes, one day you're going to thank me. Guess what I said? You think you're going to be a baby? Right? Right? How many of you had your heart broke? Right? How many have been dogged? Yeah! Hurts, it's really bad. Right? I mean, really bad. Okay, so, you know what I can say 5 years later? He absolutely did me a favor. Absolutely he did. Because guess what? I'm here right now with y'all. Right here. And can we talk? I mean, we really talk. Alright? Because we're going to get into some really good, juicy things that you guys are going to be able to actually take with you from today that you didn't have prior. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to get into the techniques. Okay? But first of all, how sex Hello. How sex enhances a relationship. Okay? How many of you guys know, just in your mind, just as a thought right now, how do you suppose sex enhances your relationship? Anybody?
It feels good.
It heats things up, makes things a little spicy, brings a lot of drama. Absolutely it does. How many of you guys know that sex also makes a big difference prior to having sex, what your partner thinks about you prior to sex? It means a hell of a lot more after you have sex what they think about you. How many of you guys know that? Yeah! Okay, so there's this little thing that us women have been blessed with. It's called the oxytocin. Oh, we're going to get into that. Okay? We're going to get into that. In fact, let's go there right now. I'm going to need a volunteer. Okay, I prefer, thank you, I prefer a male. Okay? Because that just tends to be my choice, right? Okay, honey. Why don't you stand right up front? Give me a hand! Okay, huh? Marcel. Awesome! Thank you for being here. Okay. So Marcel and I are going to get into a relationship here. Okay? Now, what's one of the first things, right? You start out with chemistry, right? You start to feel the chemistry going, you feel the juices flowing. You're like, woo! I'm liking that person. And how many of you guys know sometimes it can be a scent? You know, somebody's got a certain odor, certain pheromones, and you're like, Now, I've had clients come to me and they say, Tamara, what can I do about my partner? I don't like the way they smell. Okay, you know what? I can't really help you out with that. You know, smell is a smell. And let me tell you something. When you're in love, you don't care what they smell like. In fact, you know when you're in love because you can watch them eat. Right? You can watch them eat, they can stretch their butt, and they're adorable. Right? Okay, that's what happens when you're in love. Right? So, Marcel? Yes. Okay, so I like it, Marcel. Okay, so Marcel and I, we're feeling the pheromones here. Are you feeling it, honey, first? Let me check with you. Are you? Work with me.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, this is not the name of the ones here. Okay, so, Marcel, so, you know, how you doing? Right? Right. It's like, okay, all right. So first of all is the chemistry, right? Then what happens when Marcel and I get into a relationship and sex comes up, right? Which invariably it does. How many of you guys know that timing is everything when it comes to sex? Right on, sister, right on. Thank you. That's right, it is everything. Because you guys, just as much as sex enhances a relationship, it can also do what? Destroy it. Absolutely. It can absolutely destroy it. So one of the things I'm really going to encourage you to do is hold fast to your morals, your values, what's true for you. Hold on to those. Because it can absolutely be the demise of it too. And how many of you guys know that when you've given your body up and your heart's been broke, it's like 1,000,000,000 times worse? Mm-hmm. Right? Do you feel a little nuts? Mm-hmm. Hello? Mm-hmm. I mean, literally. Like, okay, we're going to get into that. Okay? So here I am. I'm liking Marcel a lot. Okay? So now, Marcel and I, let's say we have sex. Right? Okay, so we're having a sexual relationship. Okay? Now guys, keep this in mind with your gals, okay? There is a little chemical that is released in our bodies, thank you God, it's called oxytocin, right? How many of you guys know about oxytocin? Oxytocin, Oxycontin would be a synthetic form, right? But oxytocin is released in our bodies, and what does that chemical do? Oh, are you ready? Watch this. I get oxytocin in my body, I'm going. Okay. This would be a bonding effect, right? So now I'm attached. I'm thinking, oh, honey, you're like the cat's meow, right? Okay. Okay, so thank you, honey. Let's give a hand. famous as sliced bread, right? Now, how long does that oxytocin last in our bodies for females? Who's got a good guess?
4 minutes.
How much? Average 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks until the next orgasm. Okay? Now, why is it 2 to 3 weeks?
Because guys, you
Say, who knows? Oh, we are so bad. Yes. No, thank you. We are so multiple. Yes. We're going to get into that. Praise God for that. Right? And you men can learn how to be multiple orgasmic. Yeah. I'm going to give you a little exercise you're going to be able to take here with you today. It is going to enhance that. How many of you guys would go, yeah, I want that? It's like, all the gals have been getting it, okay? And there's also a trick that I'm going to share with you gals that not only do the males experience ejaculation, but so can the females. How many of you all heard of that? Female ejaculation. How many think it's possible? How many like to share who's had one? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Why does it last for 2 to 3 weeks?
Population.
Pregnancy, absolutely. In 2 to 3 weeks, you start your period, right? And then what happens? Oh, what is it with that guy? It goes back to cavewoman days, right? As long as we potentially carry life within our bodies, we need him. We need him, right? You know? So, and very interesting, okay? This goes way back. And this doesn't matter if you're on birth control, doesn't matter if you're fixed. It's just a psychological thing that gets passed on through the generations. Is it true for everybody? No, you can't make a blanket statement like that, right? Because one of you goes, that's not true for me. I can have sex and this is just no big deal. Right? Okay, there's some of you that are like that. Right? Isn't that good for you? And what's going to be really important is that you match up with someone who's in the same space as you. Because I guarantee you, somebody's like, look, I'm just looking to get as laid as much as possible. I just want to spread my seed. Okay? Somebody's going to be over there on the other side going, me too. Let's do it, you and me. Right? But one of the things that's going to be very, very important is to get up front what your partner's intentions are. Okay, no judgment. Whatever they are. If your goal is, look, baby, I'm just looking to go out, I'm looking to get laid, and, that's all we're going to be about, right? Okay, good. Somebody's going to go great. Okay, if your intentions are, look, I'm looking for a long-term relationship, I kind of like to take this a little bit slow, there's going to be somebody there for you too. Okay? Because it goes back to that there is a lid for every...
Hot.
Absolutely. There's a lid for every pot. So you know what? If that one person you got your eye on isn't giving you the eye back, don't worry about it. Somebody else will be. All right? You just keep showing up. You just keep being you. Okay, so with that said about the oxytocin for the women, how long do you... Okay, first of all, who thinks that there's oxytocin that's released in the men? Okay, good. Okay, good. It's true. How long does the oxytocin last for the men?
7 minutes.
Until he ejaculates. Okay, anybody else? Any other guesses? When it starts talking. Yeah, I like to better
You
you
can
go,
keep looking at
That's the sound of man never gets tired of hearing. Right? Okay, very interesting. No, thank you. Thank you. So how long does it last? How long?
7 days.
2 to 3 days. That's it. That's it. So keep that in mind, ladies. As sex does enhance a relationship, keep in mind that there are psychological things going on at the same time, that to make sure your body, your heart, your mind, your soul is in a position and a place that you say, I'm ready, and I'm here, and you're going to know that. Because guaranteed, when you give up your body like that, for the most part, your self-esteem takes a hit. And if you're not in the kind of relationship that you're looking for, oh, devastating, right? hurt, a lot of pain. And then guess what? The walls go up, right? So the next one that may be available, that's open to you, I'm going up and I'm saying, how you doing? I'm not going to be here, right? Because I got too much pain inside, right? So here's what happens. Are you ready for this? Imagine our bodies are like a volcano. Okay, certain things happen to us. We grow up, and kids are mean. How many of you guys know kids are mean? They say, oh, you're gross. Oh,
Curious.
not that there's anything wrong with that, right? Whatever your preference. But, you get called names that you don't necessarily want to be called, and they're hurtful. People can be cruel. They get in cliques, they get in gangs, Your best friend doesn't like you anymore, okay? So there's certain things that happen in our life, and we start to build up lava, right? Let's say one of our pets dies. It's very traumatic, right? We don't have an outlet for that pain. So more lava starts to build up, right? And how many of you guys are from divorced families? Right? Hello, look around, we're not alone. Yeah, what the hell makes relationships work? How many of you guys are better off because you did come from a divorced family? Good for you, good for you. See, it's all about perception. Everything's about perception, that's right. Yeah, it was good for me. It was really good for me. And some people are like, oh, it's the worst thing, right? So you got lava up to here. You're going through crap. You don't have an outlet for it. All of a sudden, this lava gets up to here, right? You're in school, right? You're still able to function. You still brush your teeth. You still go out. You still have a good time. You still get your homework done, right? But then what happens is you get into a relationship, right? And that lava starts to build, and it's right up here, right? Okay, where's my other volunteer? Okay, honey. So you and I are in a relationship now, right? Sweet. Right? So I'm like, hey, baby, how you doing? And you're like, you're whatever, right? So let's say, you go, well, baby, what, you having a bad hair day? Well, God, I don't like your shoes, Okay, so what's going to happen when that lava is all the way up here? I'm sorry. Right? Okay? Right? And just like these guys could have just got sprayed right here, right now, right? Our lava goes everywhere, right? And everybody's affected. Okay, what's my man thinking? Psycho! Right? Jeez! What a bitch! Right? All what I said was I didn't like your shoes. Okay? Now, is it ever about the shoes?
No.
Maybe just a teeny tiny bit, but it makes perfect sense. If I'm going to be in a relationship and I've got all this garbage that I haven't dealt with, how sexual am I going to be with him when he can say one itty bitty thing and I'm just, bitching? Right? How many of you guys know people like that? How many are like that? Yeah, come see me. I'm a psychotherapist. That's really good. Because you know what? It all makes perfect sense to me. So you come see me, and it's about a hangnail. Right? Okay? Is it ever about the hangnail?
Not really.
So what you get to do with me, what you get to do with your girlfriends, what you get to do with your guy friends, what you get to do with your therapist, is you get to verbally vomit. Right? Okay, and you come verbally vomit with me anytime it's all okay because it's all good. I know where it's attached to. Okay? Now I'm going to give you guys some gold. Are you ready for some gold? I'm going to save you years and years of therapy. If you ever decide that you may need it or don't. How many of you guys would like that? Okay. This is exciting. I love it. Okay, so what happens when we're dealing with all this garbage, all of this lava, all of this grief? What's going to be so important is that we go in and we attach the pain to where it originated from. When we attach the pain to where it originated from, guess what we do? We give ourselves a valve, right? An outlet. So there's a place for all that sadness, all that grief, everything that you ever imagined would be in a lover, would be in a family, would be in a relationship that you've always dreamed of. You get to grieve that out, okay? So what happens is you grieve that. Okay, now here's the goal. I'm going to tell you something that will take your grief from this amount of time. No, from this amount of time to this amount of time. Okay, I got that. Okay, so it's because how many of you guys know that you can grieve and you can cry for years and years and years and years and never be over it? Yeah, hello. Okay, so grieve from here to here. You say one word. You say one word to the pain, one word to the grief. And that is, are you ready? You say, good. Who said no? That is the thing that will keep your grief in place forever if you say no. If you say, no! I don't want it in my life! How can this be happening to me? Right? Okay, so you say no! It locks it into place forever. So what's the other word you can say?
Yes.
Yes. So pain comes knocking at your door, knocking on your heart, right? And you say yes to the pain. There's an opportunity for you to feel it and through a brokenness where it can pass through your body and out, okay? And so that when you're ready for that relationship, okay, on this terms, right here, you're going to be able to go, I see you. Because I'm not hiding so much garbage. And I'm with you, and I love you. And guess what? My body's ready too. Woohoo! Now how cool is that? Okay, so how many of you guys know people who have carried around grief and pain in their bodies forever?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what do they look like? Show me the face. Right? Try to get in. Try to, start a relationship like that. Not happening unless it's abusive, right? Some people like you spank around a little. Well, you don't want to get in like a domestic violence kind of thing, and if you do, it's probably because it's familiar. It's just familiar, okay? And you're going to make a beeline for somebody who's going to be an abuser because it's what you know until you do something different about this, okay? You do something different about this, okay? Now, in my class, I do a whole healing component around sexual abuse, okay? Because you guys imagine that sex is like fire, right? In the fireplace, in the right context, it's warm, it's glowing, it's romantic, it's delicious, right? How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? Right? Sex can be absolutely just amazing, right? Now that same fire can catch a hold of your curtains and burn your house down, right? And that's when we talk about rape, molest, incest, and sexual abuse. Okay? So how many of you guys know the fires that were here in Orange County, right? They went through. What happens over time on those areas where there's been a fire? What happens?
New growth.
What's that? It regrows, right? Okay, inside of certain trees and foliage, there are seeds inside that can be rebirthed through intense heat. And they can come back stronger and more beautiful than they ever were prior to the fire. Okay? So I do a whole healing component where you can rewire those neural nets in your brain and have them go back to a sex as being something that God always intended it to be, was beautiful and wonderful. Okay? And enormously satisfying. Okay? So, with that, after a clearing takes place, and you're ready, and you know that the partner that you are with is the kind of partner that's going to work for you. How many of you guys know that we all have male and female characteristics within our bodies? Every one of us have male and female characteristics. What are examples of the male? Huh?
Testosterone.
Testosterone, okay, but what does that look like? Competitive, maybe aggressive, goal-setting, task-oriented, right? How many females have a lot of male? I do, okay, all right. Now, what's the female side?
Nurturing.
Nurturing, loving, sensitive, kind. I'm here, it's all right, okay? Okay, how many males have a lot of female in them? Excellent. you loving, you loving. Okay? So we all have both. Okay? But I'm going to tell you something that's going to make sex happen versus not happen in your relationships. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, we all have male and female characteristics. If both of you guys come home in your male masculine energy, task-oriented, get things done, clean up the house, all this, right? Is sex happening? No, not for the most part, okay? Now let's say both of you guys come home in your female. And you're all chatty Cathy. How was your day? How was your oh, and this and that. And you're just chatting away, right? With your partner. Is sex happening?
No.
No, not for the most part, right? Somebody's got to be willing to give up one of them for the other. Okay, who jump starts cars? Like if your battery's dead. Right, no, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? What does it take? What are those jumper cables? But what do the jumper cables go on? Positive and negative, right? Okay, so you have to have the polar opposites to ignite the sparks, right? Okay? So, men and women, you've got to decide who's going to be the male and who's going to be the female, right? What do the females do in a sexual relationship? It's one of the greatest things a female can do for the male counterpart.
Take off her clothes.
Take off her clothes. That's a start. Okay? Women are the receivers, right? Okay, women are the receivers. One of the things your partner is absolutely going to love is for you to come in and surrender. Surrender, baby, take me. Okay? Now, most women want to be rescued. Do you guys get this? Most women want to be rescued, but it's not from what you think it is. I'm going to give you gold right now. Are you ready? What do you suppose women mostly want to be rescued from?
Life.
Their own brain.
Life?
Their own thoughts.
Okay, are you ready? Close. Very, very good. Want to be rescued from their own happiness? And money helps, right? Money helps, right? But no, but that's not the reason. I mean, that's not what women really, really down deep want to be rescued from. Most women want to be rescued from themselves. Okay? And let me tell you what that looks like. So your woman comes in and says, you know, because right, we're like the wave. We come in, we go out. You guys will never figure us out. Just learn how to ride it. Ride the wave. Right? Okay? So here's what it looks like. Hi, man. Right? I tell you what, when my man says, babe, come here. We're not going there. I'm here. I got you. And you're all right. You're all right. Everything's going to be okay. I got you. Oh! We love that shit. I'm like, take me, baby, ravish me, grab my hair. I am so yours. My heart is open. Right? Okay, so that's right. So just remember that, guys. Just make it, I'm here. It's all right. You're not going to be crazy. You're not going to be nuts. Okay? That's all we need. That's all we know. How many of you guys know that there's 3 kinds of orgasms you can give your woman? 3 kinds. What are they? Great. Thank you. Good, bad, great. Listen, what is the most important sex organ that you have? Where is it?
Brain.
Oh, yeah, that's what's that? Right. That would be the first kind of orgasm is clitoral, right? Now, I'm going to give you guys some more goals. Are you ready? You are 100% responsible for your own orgasms. You're 100% responsible for your own pleasure. Do not put that on your partner. Know your body. Explore your body. Do that with your partner. I mean, there's some, get kinky. right? Make sure you're doing something kinky once a month, okay? If you're in a regular relationship, make sure something's going on that's funky, okay? It's gonna be really, really good, okay? So you got 3 organs. Okay, so the clitoral, right? What is the clitoral? What is the counterpart to the clitoris? The penis. Okay, and you know that one little sweet spot right on the underside of your penis where all that little skin gathers up and it just feels so good. Right? It's just delicious, right? Okay, that is our same sweet spot on our clitoris. So you guys just going in and out, in and out, in and out. It's not doing it for us, okay? I'm going to say that right now. Unless you're hitting the G-spot, which we're going to get to. Okay, oh, you're going to love this, okay? So, unless you're stimulating some other areas, not working for it, okay? Right, ladies? Woo! Let's give that a hand. A second orgasm in a woman. Our mind, yes, we can have regular orgasms. Where's the other sweet spot? G-spot. Where's the G-spot?
Within the first 1/3 of our vagina.
Talk to me. She knows.
The first third of our vagina. So within that spot right there, it's like a gland thing.
The spongy part. Okay. All right. 1 to 2 fingers in the vagina, and you're doing a come here motion towards the belly button, not the anus. Right? Okay, let's all practice. Huh? Right? Let me tell you something. Men, ladies, whatever your partner preference is, you find that spot, we love you forever. Forever, okay? What's the third one? Third kind of orgasm. Females. A little bit more rare. Where is it? Anal. What? Anal can be kind of nice. Right? Anal can be kind of nice. Right? Okay. Okay. Who's got a guess? Cervix. Right? Literally, your cervix has the capability of contracting. Now, keep in mind, our cervix also holds our pain. Okay, so if you've got sexual abuse, if you've got anything in your back or right there, one of the best things your partner can do for you is massage that, okay, and let you cry, let you breathe, let you say, fuck you. And let it be okay, okay? Just feel it. Can we say that? Is that all right in the talk?
This fast.
Oh, yeah. Thank God. Okay, so excellent. So you're going to say things that you would normally say, and it's going to come out, and your partner is going to go, it's all right, baby, I'm right here. Okay, she will never forget you. Never. All right? Okay, so men, how do you become multiple? Use everything. Okay. All right, you guys, we're going to do this really quick, a Kegel exercise. How many of you guys know what Kegel exercises are? Everybody squeeze right now down in your genitals. Squeeze. And release. Squeeze. Okay, but you don't have to make a face. Some of you guys are right? Okay? I do appreciate it, but you don't have to. So listen, every time you go up to a stoplight, just do your Kegels. No one will know. Right now. How many of you guys know that your woman's been doing her Kegels when her vagina gives you a little hug? Right? Oh yeah. Okay, so see, there we go. So literally you can give your the little big whatever. Size does not matter, right? Where did we say the G-spot was? 1.5 to 2 inches in the vagina. If you're less than an inch, it might be a problem. Otherwise, it's not a problem. Whatever size you are is perfect because there is a lid for every pot. Yes, bigger's not always better, and bigger can be fine. Whatever it is, whatever your size is, believe me, our vaginas stretch and they contract. They'll fit whatever you are. Okay? Exciting news? Is that great or what? Okay? So listen, know your bodies. Go in there and get your orgasms. They're your responsibility. Okay? So don't just lay there and go, oh gosh, you guys just want to do it for me. Excuse me. wrapping up, and I always want to leave a little bit of room for question because I know you have them. Okay, so let's just open it up really quick because I'm a plethora of experience here. So, I mean, not good. In fact, I can count on both hands how many I've been with in my whole lifetime. Okay, I've just, had a lot of sex with a few. Okay, and I bring in experts who've been with thousands of people. Right? That would not be me. Okay. So, okay, please, questions, please. What was the 3-time orgasm? 3 times. 3 times orgasm. What are they for review? Literal. Never miss the clitoris. Okay? Right? It is our baby what? Our baby penis. If you cut back the layers of skin past our rose petals, right? You guys know how beautiful our vulva is, huh? Right? Go. If you haven't seen it, get down there and look at it. Okay? It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and everybody's is a little bit different. So look at those beautiful rose petals. Move them back. Take a look at that clitoris. If we were to cut those rose petals off and look at that little shaft that's behind that clitoris, it's a baby penis. Okay? How's that going to help you for oral? Just remember it. Whatever you like, guess what? Our clitoris is going to be liking. Right? And I'm going to give you a key secret to oral sex on men, okay? I just gave you a little secret there with the women. What's the most important thing for oral sex with men?
Give more.
What's that?
Give more.
Give more. Give more. Spoken by a true penis. Okay, what is it, ladies, men? What is it? What is it?
Underneath the penis?
Underneath the penis?
With
So what goes along with that?
the ball.
The ball. Where is the male G-spot?
That little, it's a bundle of nerve right under the head.
Yes! Have you found that? Here's what's the best way to get to it. Y'all call it the taint or the gooch. Right? Taint the balls, taint the anus, right? It's not the spot, but what's a better way to get there? A little bit of rimming, a little bit of anal, lots of lube, right? Anything anal, lots and lots of lube, right? And remember, very, very slow. Okay, now, you guys see people having anal on those porns, right? You're thinking, holy crap, right? How did you know? Right? Okay, let me tell you something. I've got them in my class, and they walk around with butt plugs for a month. Okay? It doesn't just happen like, oh, bada boom, bada bang. Right? Unless you've been doing it, right, a lot. So, yeah, and it's not for everybody, right? Different strokes for different folks. Woo! Yeah, make sure you partner up with somebody who's like right in line with that, right? Because somebody says, hey, only stuff's coming out, ain't nothing going in. Right? I'm all for that. Okay? The most important thing to remember in giving head, giving oral sex, giving fellatio, right? Is enthusiasm! Right? Guys, do you love it when your partner, I don't want to be gender specific, when your partner is enthusiastic, are you like, oh, this is great? Okay, so one of the things you don't want to do is that take it and go, oh, it's so free. Oh, so nice. So free. She's like, oh, I've used that thing, go for it. Right? And one of the most important things you can remember is pressure, rhythm, and don't stop. Right? Right? Don't stop, guys, right? You get in, it's like, oh, let me tell you about my day. Okay, don't stop, right? You get a hair, keep the hand going, right? Wear it out. Shaved, unshaved, it's just personal preference, right? Some of you guys like woolly mammoths. Some of you like shaved, no, trim, whatever. Trim. All right. See, different strokes are different. questions. Oh, we said clitoris, G-spot, and cervical. Did that answer your question? Okay. Yes, honey.
My major is actually for gay and lesbian human sexuality, and we're specialized in counseling for that. Is there some good programs that I can do for that? Like in what schools?
Yes, you guys, every semester I have PFLAG. How many of you guys are familiar with PFLAG? I have them come and present in my class. I love my gays and lesbians. Okay? So, woo! Right on. Send them some love. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, I love because anything that works heterosexually works in the homosexual community. Everybody's got male and female energy. It doesn't matter which gender it shows up in, honey. It works the same. So you get into psychology, you get into sociology, everything transfers over. Okay? These are just garages we park our soul in, right? You know, whatever gender we end up liking, it's open. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I love the way my gays and lesbians, they come in and they share their stories, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So definitely keep going in the field of psychology, get into PFLAGs, get plugged in that way. Any more questions? Any more questions? I know we're running out of time.
Anal sex, is that considered, if you're passing from the anus to the vagina, don't you need to be very careful with that?
Oh,
And that's it?
yeah!
Serious infection.
I am so glad you brought that up. Anytime you're going in the back door, you don't be going in the front door without washing up. Okay? For sure. There is all kinds of funky stuff that's going on. You got any bumps, any itchy, terrible. What do you need to do?
Go to the doctor.
Go see the doctor. That's right, that's right. So when you're experimenting, and remember, no glove, no love. That's right, cover that puppy up, okay? That's right. Definitely. Yeah, nothing anal, and a lot of questions I get too is, Tamara, how can you do anal without it, smelling? I don't know. You're in that region, and you know what? Shit happens. So you do. It happens. So you know what you do when you're in love with your partner? What do you do? Oh my God! You don't do that. Right? What are you gonna do? Your partner what? Farts or poops when they, something happens, right? Okay, so what are you gonna do? You're in love with your partner, right? What are you gonna say?
Whatever.
Whatever. Maybe it's all right. That shit happens. Come on, let's clean that up. Hey, we can keep going. Keep going. That's all right, baby. Come on. And she go, right? Okay, so yeah, that's what happens when you're in love. It's all good, okay? And guess what? Their juices, their ejaculate, all that's just, okay? And you can take it in because it's just, you can rub it in your body. Now, there is really no empirical evidence that it's does really great things for your skin. However, I've heard guys argue that. It's really great for, with cream. Get it all over. See different structure, you can tell, right? So here you go. You're going, no, not happening, right? Okay, more questions, please. I know you have. Please.
No, I was just talking.
Okay, more questions, please. Yes.
Is there certain positions that make you orgasm faster?
Are there certain positions that make you orgasm faster? Yeah, what are they? Doggy. Doggy's really nice. Now, doggy can be painful too. Why?
If you have a curved cervix.
If you have a curved cervix, and if you've got a curly penis, it's okay. It actually works in your favor, right? Because that kind of curve can hit the G-spot. So, because in doggy style, you've got deep penetration, right? Very deep penetration. So sometimes that can be a little painful. So what you guys do is just go a little shallow. Okay, so go a little shallow, knowing it's 2 inches in, hit that spot, and ladies communicate when you're right there, okay? And then it's like, oh baby, oh yeah, feel the jackpot, oh yeah. Okay? And absolutely, definitely, there are positions positions that can get you to places better. Now, how many of you guys know too, take care of your woman before you take care of yourself. Seriously, we're multiple orgasmic, okay? Give her some orgasms before you get yours, okay?
So how can a woman have multiple orgasms? If you were to give us some tips?
How a woman has multiple orgasms or a man?
Only women.
A woman and a man. Okay, a woman has multiple orgasms just like boom, 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 boom. We don't need very much refractory period, right? We don't have that resolution time that we need to keep going, right? We can stay with the vibrator for hours, right? Hello. Who's got a rack? Who's got a rack? And two, we're back up. Good for you. Get you lots of lube, right? You find your sweet spot. You get, honey, it starts with you first. You give yourself multiple orgasms, believe me, you're going to be able to have them and share it with your partner. How many of you guys know it's great to masturbate with your partner? Yeah, good for you. Good for you. It's awesome. Because you know what? They know and they learn what turns you on. Like, honey, watch when I do this. Oh, it's wonderful, right? Women are naturally multiple orgasmic, okay? So for men to be orgasmic, multiple orgasmic for you guys is being able to practice your Kegel exercises, build up that muscle, and bring yourself to the point of ejaculation and then stop. I know, you hate me right now. No, but I'm telling you, this will build up that muscle, okay? So bring yourself to the point of ejaculation. Squeeze that at the penis. Oh! There it goes. Right, goes back up. And then bring it back up. Oh! And then bring it back down, right? When that guy finally ejaculates, he's gonna pass out. He's gonna pass out. Okay? He's gonna whoa! And he will never forget you. You go, oh my God. Now, you can practice this on your own, okay? It doesn't require a partner. So, was this valuable for you guys today? Yeah. You guys will be able to take something home with you. Okay. All right. Okay, I have one gift that I'd like to give away. Okay, who wants it? Who wants it? How are we going to decide this? Okay, what's that? Okay, how about I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to throw it out. You guys, this is my first CD, okay, and it's called Sensual Healing. It's a guided imagery, okay? And this literally will take you on a journey inside and will help continue to heal any parts of you that have been broken, that will prepare you for amazing lovemaking with your partner. Like, you can't believe it. This is going to be okay, should I throw it, Carlos? Carlos, help me decide, brother. I'm going to give it away.
Right here.